Lil Durk and YNW Melly got put in the same prison. That's where Durk has to do his sentence now after he got caught, indicted, and they basically swept him up for all the stuff that happened with Lil Pop last week. And so now a lot of people are like, is YNW Melly gonna get out first or is Lil Durk gonna get out first? Because it's a lot of people who's a fan of both of them. So let me know who you think is gonna get out first, YNW Melly or Durk. Who deserves to get out first? Because now they're going to do the whole investigation. A lot of people already seen what happened with the YNW Melly case. They already know that he wasn't the one that did it, but he was right next to him in the whole situation, him being in the car. Lil Durk, on the other hand, he got caught for sending the money and it being attached. Like, they basically all told on themselves and incriminated themselves. So the evidence on Lil Durk is going to be a lot more. And that's why a lot of people might think that Durk is going to end up being the one who stays in for way longer. And they're going to try to fight this and everything like that. But eventually the karma is going to come back to bite them. The karma from them dissing all the people in Chicago that done passed. And Mama Duck suing Lil Durk, it pretty much puts the cherry on top for the feds, because the feds really was watching Durk. And then just a week before he got picked up, we come to find out that Mama Duck and all these other people who really had lost their folks. Like, when it's a real beef is when somebody actually gets dropped on one of the sides or both sides. That's real beef. Anything other than that is not beef at all. It's just people who's mad at each other, looking for something to take their anger out on because they mad at their whole life or something like that. And so, but the real beef was what was going on with Durk and him, everybody basically, like from OTF dissing Tuka, dissing everyone, JoJo and all that. And so this is why when FBG Duck passed and they got the 5 oblock members who did this to FBG Duck, them dudes had to have been telling. That's why the feds started watching Durk so heavily. Like, what made them start watching him heavily right after the oblock 5 gets picked up? They most likely told. A lot of people don't want to admit that they favorite rappers or their favorite street dudes would actually tell. They don't want to admit that. But the reality of the face of the situation is the fact that them dudes are scared. They don't want to do the time. They crying now. They cooperating. We seen them in the interrogation room with the video footage of them eating the KFC and the Popeyes. When they get these people fast food that's supposed to be locked up, that's a direct exact example of them telling. They don't give you no food. The reason why Durk complaining about the jail food is because it's not supposed to be good. You're not supposed to even be in there in the first place. You're supposed to be getting your money, doing the thing to make your family proud, right? But then now these dudes, they can't take it no more, so they start cooperating with the feds. They start cooperating with the authorities to incriminate Durk, to get other people locked up, because Durk was the bigger fish. So a lot of these oblock 5 dudes and a lot of the hitters and the people that got picked up in this sting operation, they know for a fact that the feds want Durk, that they could give him Durk, but it ain't gonna be, they're not just gonna give up Durk's name and tell on him for nothing. They gonna want to get their sentences reduced. They want time off of their thing. So they talking to their lawyers. They talking to the state of California. They talking to the federal authorities, the marshals, and everybody that's on this case. And they basically giving up Durk's name and pointing fingers at him and basically saying he's the one who set this up. He put the money up for this person. He told this person to go do that. And everything was funded through Durk. That's what they telling them, because Durk the one with the money who could actually fight these cases. Like, they don't expect Durk to be able to pay for their lawyer and everything, because now they all in a jam and it's every man for themselves. This is what they don't tell you about the street life and that street mentality, is that when it's every man for themselves, people gonna start telling. It ain't the street code no more. That stuff was that street code was 20 years ago. Nowadays, all the dudes in the street. Look what happened with the Young Dolph case. Everybody snitched. Look what happened to all the other stuff, the YSL, and you got snitches on that side too, who was real street dudes, like front line, front row, tougher than you, tougher than anybody you could think of, and they still told. So this is why loyalty is rare, and that loyalty, that siding with your crew and all this and never telling, that all goes out the window when they looking at a 100-year sentence, never being able to see their kids. They got a baby mama with a baby on the way who won't be able to see them, and they're going to be locked up. So they're going to start snitching and telling. So their whole reputation in the streets, the stripes, they all get thrown away. They lose their stripes. Somebody come and snatch the stripes and reputation off of them because these street dudes is telling now. These street dudes really be the police. Look at how OTF Jam wore the wire around Durk for so long. You telling me these street dudes ain't telling, and you got a guy that's supposed to be the right-hand man, the hitter, and he's over here wearing the wire to set up Durk. This is why people got to realize that you have to leave this whole street thing alone. It's not worth it. Look what happened to Durk. He had all this money, all this fame, and really the fame and the money got to his head. Some people can't take it. Some people will have a big opportunity like that and still crash out, still want to be about their old ways, and they're going to find out the hard way. Look how Durk is finding out the hard way. Durk thought he could never get caught. He was bragging about it in his songs. He would brag about it in the music videos and all over Instagram when they would go live after FBG Cash got hit up. They would go live with Varney. They would go live with all these oblock dudes, basically insinuating and making fun of the dudes that got dropped that's allegedly, supposedly their ops or whatever, right? And now the karma from them doing that is coming to their front door, because now it's not funny no more that Durk's locked up. It ain't funny to him. Now the other side is laughing. So you see how it's a continuous battle. You either gonna be 6 feet under or locked up in a cell for 60 years. So which one would you rather choose? Because at the end of the day, they could have left all that alone and Durk could have went and just continued to do his business, continue to make the millions. But no, he had to get the last, he wanted to get the last laugh. He wanted to keep pushing this whole thing on, and it ruined the whole generation. It could have been a lot of people who could have been way more rich from Chicago. It could have been a lot of rappers who blew up even more. But because of this dissing, because of this beef, because of all that's going on with them, a lot of people lost out on a lot of talent. Families lost out on a lot of money and being able to change their lives and everything, all for nothing, because at the end of the day, the feds won. Durk didn't win. The other side didn't win. The feds won. And they're going to make sure to let Durk know he's not bigger than the feds. He's going to have to own up to every single thing that he did. And on top of the criminal lawsuits, the criminal indictments, the RICO charges, the M for hire and everything like that, he going to get charged with all that. And on top of that, Mama Duck and them going to probably end up winning their lawsuit and get him millions and millions of more dollars off Durk. So everybody getting taken down now. It's no more hiding. They're not letting the bad guys win no more. The feds are now letting, like, everything that the feds let play out, now they're coming to collect. The time is up. Everybody that's in drill rap and everything is getting RICO'd. Look what happened to half of the rappers. A lot of the Casanova, a lot of these dudes, YFN, Lucci, everybody is pretty much getting RICO. Everyone getting life sentences and everything like that. So the times are changing. Everyone is snitching on themselves and getting caught in 4K because everybody got a cell phone. Everyone got cameras. Everybody wearing a wire. Everybody got text messages from the bad guys saying that they was going to do this. A lot of people that a lot of dudes who wanted to do something to somebody, they slipped up and told the wrong person. Now that person a witness. Now they could tell on you and everything. So everybody getting taken down. The karma is coming after anybody who's thinking of doing something to anybody, or who tried to get away with it and bragged about it and thought that they was never going to get caught. Now it's all like the feds are having their way with everybody. They taking everyone down. They coming and sweeping the whole entire Chicago. They took down O-Block. Now they getting ready to shut down O-Block. Remember, they already sold O-Block. And so now it's phase 2 where they're going to take everybody out of it. Do the indictment, sweep, RICO, O-Block. Now it's going to be nobody left. All that's going to be left in O-Block is going to be the people who go to schools, old ladies and stuff like that. And that whole generation of people who was thugging out in the street is nowhere to be found now, because they all going to end up getting locked up, or the beef is going to end up getting to them where they get dropped in the streets. And it's just an endless cycle that they wanted to keep going. So this is the stupid games that people wanted to play. They starting to win stupid prizes. You see how Durk wanted to play this game. Now he's getting the results of it. The result of playing that game is getting your ass locked up. And so this is why everybody looking at this that glorified that whole lifestyle, you should think again about it. And all the youth everybody that's young, they got to understand that this is not the way normally how you supposed to go about your business and how you supposed to live life. You supposed to get your bread up, take care of your family, and make sure your peoples are good. You're not supposed to be trying to go out and getting into beefs and altercations in the street, dissing people, dissing the dead and everything like that to end up bringing karma against yourself. So let me know what y'all think about that. If y'all agree or disagree, let me know where y'all from. Are y'all rocking with Durk? Are y'all rocking with YNW Melly? Let me know who y'all rocking with, and I'm going to catch y'all later.